Hi guys, Coach Terry here from Beautiful Bodies by T, and I'm coming to you with a tip of the month for February. No, I deliberately waited until now to do this, and that's because I know when January comes along, a lot of us make resolutions. And more times than not, these resolutions aren't practical, to say the least. And we do a lot of things that causes us to burn out, and we set unrealistic goals. If you're one of those burnt out persons, you need a little motivation, then stick around. Maybe this is I for asked you. A group of women, what areas do they struggle in the most? How can I help them best? And the general consensus was, which is not surprising, motivation, right? They needed help to be motivated to work out. They needed help to stay motivated when they actually start working out. They need help to be motivated to eat right, just to be motivated. All right. Maybe you're like one of these ladies who think that, maybe there's something wrong with them. Why can't they just be motivated to work out? Why can't they just stay motivated? And if that's you, I want you to listen to me carefully. No one, absolutely no one, is motivated every single day to go work out. Absolutely no one. Take it from me. All right. So, what do we do? All right. Since we can't be motivated every single day, what we have to rely on is consistency. Being consistent, developing healthy habits that will help us to push ourselves to actually achieve the goals. Now, if you've been following Instagram fitness influencers or health coaches or health gurus, I know you've heard that C word already, consistency. You probably rolled your eyes when I said that because that's what everyone is saying. Oh, you can't be motivated. You have to be consistent, right? Well, it's not so easy. Saying it is easy. It's all good and well for me to say, oh, just be consistent. But that's not as easy as it sounds. So, what do we do then? What we have to do then is to develop healthy habits, right? So, you're going to take things slowly. All right. Please, I'm begging you, listen to what I'm saying to you. Don't make unrealistic goals for yourself. Don't be someone, okay, so normally I sit at a desk, I don't move around, but I need to lose 50 pounds. And this year, 2024, is when I'm going to do it. So I'm going to train every single day. I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm going to do a YouTube video online at home every single day, 1 to 2 hours. And I'm going to do this. Please don't do that. You're setting yourself up for failure, and I don't want that for you, okay? I want you to be practical. Now, if you're someone who sat around in 2023 doing absolutely nothing, now going to the gym to train every single day is 2 hours per day, that's going to burn you out, right? And in no time at all, you're going to give up on the goals and you're going to go right back to square one. And we don't want that. Here's what we're going to do. Grab a pen, grab a piece of paper. I'm going to give you some quick pointers in terms of how you can go about achieving your goals and how you can go about eventually being consistent on a regular basis. Going back to our example of someone who sat around in 2023 doing absolutely nothing, who now wants to drop 50 pounds, what would I recommend for them as a fitness coach? So I would get the basics down, like the basic information. All right, so you sat around in 2023, but when was the last time you actually tried to work out? What type of workout did you do? Have you ever gone to the gym? What's more practical? Do you have time to go to the gym, or do you only have time to work out at home? All right, tell me about what your eating habits are. Tell me about your water consumption. Tell me how active you are, even though you normally sit at a desk. Like, how many steps did you normally take per day if you were someone that tracks your steps? You have to get the basics, the groundwork in, and then you can come up with realistic stuff that you can now implement. Small steps, as after gathering all that information from the person, more than likely, I would recommend that they try to work out at least 3 times per week, right? I would also definitely have to be coaching them about their diet and their nutrition, but I'm not going to go too much into that because that's a whole different video. We could go on and on about that. But of course, you have to know that you have to change the way you're eating as well. All right. I'll also ask them to increase their activities. So if they normally sit at a desk, aside from working out, I'd ask them to go on walks when it's cooler or when it's warmer, whichever one, or if they have a gym where they can go on a treadmill. No, I'm not going to tell you to go on a treadmill and walk every day for 1 hour. You're someone who sit at a desk. I wouldn't even tell that to someone who trains, right? But Of course, you have people who walk, so don't come for me. If you like to walk, then that's up to you. But what I'm just saying is, if you're trying to develop healthy habits, start small. So let's say that you don't have a coach, you don't have a trainer or someone guiding you. Then, if you normally sat at a desk, don't get up and be like, oh, I'm going to walk on a treadmill for 1 hour every day. Don't do that. Um, what you want to do is maybe 20 minutes, implement some strength training, invest in some dumbbells if you're going to train at home, some resistant bands, or if it's in the gym, start slow, cover the basics. All right. Don't go too crazy with stuff causing yourself to be injured, causing yourself to be burned out. We don't want that. Key points to take away. All right. Number one, we have to start small. Starting small will lead us to those big goals that we're trying to achieve for anything at all that you're trying to do in life. Starting small, developing healthy habits, that's the best thing that you can do. All right, this is what leads you to consistency. You don't get up one day and just be consistent, just like that. Number two, you have to be practical with your planning. And by that, I mean, if you know that you're a mom with small kids, going to the gym may not be something that you can do, especially if your gym doesn't facilitate kids coming in, then work out at home. Get a time that you know that you can schedule. Maybe your kids are at school, maybe you work. So if your kids are home, maybe the bigger ones can look after the smaller ones, or maybe they can be right there when you're doing your workout. Invest in a pair of dumbbells, invest in a resistant band, get a training program, or maybe watch something on YouTube, whichever one you prefer to do. You just have to remain consistent at it. Do it every day. You may not see the results immediately, but if you're consistent at it, I promise you will start to see it paying off. Another thing you can do is get someone to hold you accountable. I love this idea so much. An accountability partner is such a good thing to have, right? Someone to hold you accountable, maybe someone who has the same goals as you, or maybe they have different goals, but you two can push each other by reminding each other, okay, remember, this is the goal. What did you do today? Stuff like that. Maybe a group, maybe that works for you. Just find something that works for you and stick to it. That's how you become consistent. You stick to whatever it is that works for you. Stick to it. Last thing I'm going to touch on, if all else fails. And I hope you don't wait until all else fails. Maybe you're really serious about your journey and you want to do this, is get you a coach. All right. It seems pretty simple to me, and it could be because I'm a health and fitness coach, but I always use this analogy like, so if I'm sick, unless it's like the common cold or allergies where I could go treat it over the counter, I'm going to a doctor. I'm not going to try to heal myself, right? So if you've been doing this for a while, you feel frustrated, you know that your health isn't what it should be, and that's because maybe you're overweight, then invest in yourself. As moms, we invest in so much, or kids or family, and I applaud you for that. I do that as well. But if we really value our family as much as we say we do, then we need to invest in ourselves. We need to be as healthy as we can for said family, right? So I do encourage you, invest in yourself, get a coach or get you a fitness program that is recommended, that actually works. Stick to it, remain consistent, and then you'll see that eventually it will pay off in the end. All right. Bye, guys. Be blessed. If you are watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. See you in another one.